Honorable Advisor, all the ministers that are here, the MPs, all the members of the Red Army, the acting chairperson of the Red Army, with protocol observed, good morning.
Good morning.
I would like to register my happiness this day for all of you that have come here to come and celebrate this day for the Red Army. I know that there are a lot of challenges as to why you are unable to make it bigger. But what is important is not the size of people who come. What is important is not the gathering itself, but the significance of the day and what it means to you. And I'm sure when you came here, it is because you feel it. You are in it, and you are still living it as Red Army. So that is why this day had to be celebrated in such a way. And before I proceed, I would just like to tell you that I'm here on behalf of His Excellency, Maju P.L. Turuk, the Governor of Jonglei State. He will have come to be with you and celebrate with you. But he has some commitments and he was not feeling well also this morning. So he asked me to come on his behalf, to come and represent him. And as his Deputy Governor, of course, and also being part of the Red Army, I'm very happy to be part of him. Thank you. So when you talk of Red Army has come a long way to be where it is now. If you look at even those who are now in government, almost all of them, including those of Mawich and the rest that are here. Advisor. Oh, advisor. And many of them, including myself, they are part of the Red Army. You look at you look at so when you look at that is the side of the government. If you look at most of you, you have become successful. You have doctors among you, you have engineers, you have those in the security organs, you have people in private sector, you have teachers, all the professions. I will say that without the Red Army, our government will not be there. So our government is because of the Red Army. And looking at that, you have beaten all odds. Because when you see where you came from, personally I witnessed, because I was in Panyendo, I was also in Polataka. Group 6, yes. And then when you look at the things you went through, when you look, so when you look at that, you have come from difficult situation. Most of you now who are here, the younger ones may be late 30s. Some are above 40s. They have become grandparents at this stage. And when you are there, you talk upon your responsibilities at an early age. You were underage. You took care of yourself. You cooked for yourself. You cleaned for yourself. You fetched firewood. You became parents of your own. And that was an early age. And I think because of that, it shaped you to be who you are today. Now, having gone through the difficulties, most of you continue to be successful. And I have one advice to tell you that regardless of the challenges, you have become successful. Now, moving forward, you are still needed in our nation building. And this is a very, very important role that all of us have to play. And to play that, yes, there are new people coming. How do we even maintain the Red Army? As you can see, your generation now, it will wear out at some point. And I think even our children, maybe they will not associate themselves with Red Army. They feel like they were not part of it. So what you have to see is how does Red Army continue? How do you get new people into it? Because now you are attached to the history when you were young. Now that history, you are getting older. Now who will continue the Red Army? This is what now we all have to look. It's not only those people who are in Panyandu, not in Dimo, not Polotaka, and Cuba, Canada, where? But how do you get more people to be part of the Red Army? Because the previous generation is where now. So we want to also bring more people to make it more inclusive, as said earlier by the acting, or somebody mentioned it earlier, that we need to make sure that Red Army continues. That is one. The second part of nation building that I mentioned earlier is to make sure that all that we do, we put our energy towards positive things that will improve our country. Starting in Jonglei State, for example, we find that if you go to the market, we find that there are people, young people, older people, they are playing kurzena or chess under the tree. Some of them do not know what to do. What is our role as Red Army? How can we help? That is one way also of help. Maybe we are part of those playing the chess. But I'm saying, let us take it upon ourselves to lift our brothers up. If they are not exposed, we make sure we encourage them to do something for themselves. Let them not sit under the tree and play chess the whole day. Play it over the weekend, play it over the weekend, play it in the evening. If it comes to farming activities, we energize ourselves. We can put our hands together and make sure that we do something for our state and for our country. If it is private sector, let us learn the spirit of Harambe. The Kenyans call it pulling together. We come together and our activities will reflect also to the outside people. And we make sure these are ways that we build our state and come up on a positive note. So Red Army, you have a big influence. I know among you there are women also. I am a woman. We used to run to school. So when you came, it reminded me of those days. And was it yesterday when they confirmed Deborah, the chairperson of the Red Army Foundation? That is an achievement also. You include your sisters into the Red Army and the leadership, the top leadership. That is something that is very significant also to us as women. We feel as your sisters, the way we used to feel those days, when we used to share classes, we share, you know, like running to school and spending time together. So it reminds us. So in Red Army, I just want to call all of you to be united. You work together, work towards unity, work towards peace, And we want you to know that. We all work. People are not focusing. So you are for SPLM. So I wanted to say that we congratulate you today for this day of Red Army, and to still appreciate our President, His Excellency General Salva Kiir Mayardit, with the entire leadership of South Sudan, and also Jonglei State, to continue supporting you and standing behind the seats of South Sudan. So with those few remarks, I would like to officially close this occasion. But of course, Honorable Mawich wanted to end it with a song. Thank you. Thank you. Important is the unity of the Red Army. What is very important is peace. Be agents of peace, be ambassadors of peace within our communities. And whatever activities you have and plans you have, you let the government know. If it is within the capacity of the government of Jonglei State is more than happy to support your activities, because we know that your contribution has an impact on how the government moves forward. And we know that without your contribution, the government cannot be stronger as it is now. So always you play your role, and the government will be there to support you. So this is what I wanted to conclude with, and also to let you know that the government of Jonglei State has said that because this is a very, very important day for you, and we are also celebrating with you, even though His Excellency the Governor is not here, on his behalf and on behalf of the government of Jonglei State, there is a 2 million that is given to the Red Army. Okay. We are about to